Hey, what's up? I'm Ashley. Thank you for watching this video, and we're going to be talking about the L Word, Generation Q, Season 2, Episode 10, Season Finale. And we have a lot to talk about, so let's jump right into it. We're going to start it off with Bette and all her drama with Pippa and Tina. Let's take a moment for this shoulder caress, her playing her hair, them smiling, looking into each other's eyes. Everything was all good. They was talking about what you gonna wear to the CAC gala. Pippa was like, I love it when we step out together all fly. And I said, me too. Bette was telling Pippa that Alice is throwing herself a going away party and she want her to come with her. Everything was all good until Bette got that call from Tina. Pippa and all of us heard Bette telling Tina Angie doesn't want to go to the funeral and she's lucky to have you. See you tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. Then gets off the phone and tells Pippa that was family stuff, which yeah, it was. But being that Pippa is feeling a certain type of way about Tina and Bette, that whole looking forward to it could be meaning something else in Pippa's head, even though it could be totally innocent, like I'm looking forward to the party. And Pippa asked her, she was like, will Tina be there? And Bette said, yeah, probably with her soon-to-be wife. And Pippa said, well, how you feel about that? Bette said, fine. I feel better if you would come with me. And this is when Pippa was like, I don't want to go so that you can convince yourself that you're over her. And I said, okay, Pippa. Okay. Tell her how you really feel. And she did. She kept going. Pippa said, I'm not sure that's true, when Bette told her that there's no need for you to be accusatory. Bette loved using big words. And then so Pippa was like, I'm nervous about you too. And I feel a type of way about y'all. And Bette's like, she's the mother of my child. She'll always be in my life. Which is true, and Pippa understands that. But she was like, if I'm tripping, then tell me I'm wrong. And Bette said, you're wrong. And then that's when Pippa walks away. So now it's Alice's going away party. And Bette walks up to Tina and Carrie. And Carrie's like, I'm about to go to the bar and get another drink, and asked Bette if she wanted anything. And Bette said a club soda with lime. And then here comes Carrie. Bette is so nice. Bette is so nice to Carrie. Carrie was like, got it. Vodka, double lemon. And Bette said, haha, that was funny. Girl, no, it wasn't. And Bette didn't have to do that. That was from the kindness of her heart, trying to make Carrie feel good. So when Carrie walked away, that's when Bette tells Tina that she wants to talk about us and that she can't get it out of her head that she asked her if she was still in love with her. Why did you ask me that? And this is Tina's face when Bette is asking her that. She want to act all confused. She know exactly what Bette is talking about. And now she want to say it was a mistake, her asking her that. Girl, no, it wasn't. She was hating on Pippa. And since Carrie is in the building, she want to be all, why are you doing this? I'm getting married. You wasn't thinking about getting married when you asked Bette, are you still in love with me? And giving her the eye while she was over there with Pippa. But Bette did tell Tina that she's in a happy relationship and she wants to be happy too. And Tina's like, yeah, I want us to all be happy. And then that's when Bette tells her that Shane and Alice asked her that if she wanted to try again, would she be down for it? Tina said they shouldn't have done that. And it makes me mad because Bette didn't get to finish her sentence. She was in the middle of saying, I'm glad they asked that because it made me think that if you did want to try again, and then gets interrupted by Carrie. Carrie was like, club soda with lime. She was like, I knew this would happen. You think I'm an idiot. Bette's like, nothing happened. Then Carrie goes, I'm not a violent person, Bette, but you make me so angry. And that's when I said, do something then, because you won't. So after that happened, this is what we all saw coming. Carrie calling off the wedding. She dumped Tina right there. She was like, I can't do this no more. Then that's when Tina goes rushing down the stairs to Bette. This is exactly what you wanted. And Bette was trying to tell her, no, it's not. I'm sorry. But Tina marched away. And of course, Pippa sees it all. And she's like, I should have listened to my gut. I knew you wasn't ready. And walks away. And then that's when we see Bette pretty crying. And then we get left with this cliffhanger. We see Pippa walking into the CAC gala looking fly. And then someone asked her, are we waiting for someone? And that's when she looks back. And you know she's looking for Bette. So we don't know if she's going to say yeah or no. What y'all think she's going to say? I think she about to say yeah. And there she go. I think they playing with us. I think they're doing like a time thing. And Bette right there. Bette about to be right there on her arm, side by side, looking fly together. We see Bette getting ready to leave, going to the gala. And then who knocking at the door? Tina, talking about, can I come inside? Girl, what you got to say? You acted a whole fool at Alice's party. Trying to act like you don't know what's going on. I think Bette did let her come inside, but it was real brief. She's finally going to get to say what she was going to tell her without getting interrupted, which is, I want to be with Pippa. But y'all let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments. but I could be so wrong about it. But we're about to move on to Dani and Gigi. Now, I don't know how many of y'all saw my trailer breakdown, but I said Gigi gonna be visiting Dani. Gigi about to be visiting Dani in jail, talking on the phone behind the glass. I said it. I thought it was because she was about to get up on that stand and lie for her daddy, but it was because she didn't get up on that stand. And this is partially Gigi's fault. She knew that girl could get in trouble for not getting up on that stand, but she walked her out of the building anyway, cussing at the lady who said, "Stay here. She can get in trouble. They'll find her." She was like, "F you." But Dani was having a whole panic/anxiety attack in the courtroom. She asked Gigi to get her out of there, and Gigi did. And they found her at Gigi's family's gathering, of all places. She got scooped up in front of the family. The first time meeting them. What a first impression. That's so embarrassing. I would pass out right there before they can even put the cuffs on me. Can you imagine Dani in jail? No. Oh my God. Not Dani in jail. So yeah, our girl Dani got arrested for criminal contempt. And she had a subpoena for it too, so the girl really messed up. But before all that, we did see Dani and Gigi talking about Dani meeting her family. And if her family asked them if they slept together, to deny it. And I said, girl, your family nosy. Why your family asking that? And then we did see Dani being a little nervous about going to court. But she said that she was prepped right for it, so she's not really too concerned about it. And so after that whole walkout, she saw her dad later and apologized. And he was like, "It's okay. You can do it tomorrow." So then he's like, "I need you." She's like, "Same." He's like, "I've given you everything." And she's like, "I don't want it." And he's like, "Don't say that. I had nothing and now you have everything. I just want you to save me. Tell them the truth. I'm innocent." And she was like, "Are you?" Then he goes, "Don't fuck with me." He's like, "Don't F with me." I said, okay. He reminded me of the big bad wolf right there. Like he was going to huff, puff, and blow the house down. Dani said, "I can't see you anymore," and left him standing there. But Dani getting arrested isn't funny at all. It's just sad. It's a sad situation. She met Gigi's mama. They was having a good time with the family, sharing limes. I said, "Ooh, can I get some of that lime too?" And then here come the police talking about, "I'm going to need you to stand up for me." And then they was yelling at Gigi. Gigi, I guess, was touching him. And the cop was like, "Don't touch me." But y'all let me know your thoughts on Dani getting arrested, Dani and Gigi, and Dani and her daddy. Because it's a lot. And now we're moving on to Sophie and Finley. They had an intervention for Finley. They were waiting for her to come home. And Finley came walking in the door talking about she got bit by a parent. Okay, girl. What? Okay. I want to know the story behind that. She didn't get to tell that story. Before Finley even got there, you can see the worry all over Sophie's face. And she was telling them that she doesn't want to scare her or force her, that they ensure her that she's doing the right thing. Even Micah gave some good advice. He was like, "You're doing the right thing." He got straight to the point. When they finally sat Finley down, it was telling her that we're here to help you. And Alice was beating around the bush the whole time, talking about you're a ray of sunshine. You're like a puppy. When they bite you, you still love it. Alice, girl, shut up. And she was going on and on about how it has a pool and an ocean view and how a Top Chef finalist is going to be cooking there. Micah was like, "It's rehab." I said, "Thank you, Micah. I can't believe you're not annoying me right now." That's what I told him. So then Finley's like, "I just had one bad night." And Micah said, "It wasn't just one night." And I said, he on a roll. He on a roll. I will say I was wrong about Micah in my trailer breakdown. I told Sophie not to listen to anything Micah said, but he was making sense in this episode, unlike others. But Finley did try to turn it around on them. She was like, "I'm in my 20s. I'm supposed to do things like this. How was your 20s? Shane was like, no, don't do that." She even came for Tess. She was like, "You had a drink yesterday." But Finley got up out of there. She said, "I'm not going." Alice is even willing to pay for Finley's rehab. I'm like, okay, Alice, I see you. A little later, it looked like Sophie and Finley were making up, but when they kissed, Sophie tasted the alcohol on Finley. Finley started a fight with Sophie when Sophie told her, "I'm sorry you had a bad day." Finley said, "No, you're not." Then Sophie got fed up. She was like, "I have to go to my mom's." Finley was trying to stop her. She was like, "Let's do this my way." And Sophie was like, "We've been doing this your way. You got a DUI. You pick fights with me. You go missing. You pee in my ex's hallway." Then Finley was like, "Why are you with me then?" And Sophie said, "Because I love you." So after this fight, Sophie went to her mom's house. And where did Finley go? The club. And I said, who is this girl in Finley's face? It's not Sophie. It's not Sophie. But then she kind of started coming to her senses and started having flashbacks of Sophie. So she left the club, and when she walked out, I was surprised it was daylight. She walking across the street, almost getting hit by cars. And I don't appreciate how they tried to play us and have us think, did Finley get hit by a car? Stop it. Just stop. After that, Finley was waiting for her at the door. She was waiting inside Sophie's mom's house until Sophie got back. And she said, I'm sorry, I'll go to rehab. And Sophie said, I'll take you right now. So they got in the car, they drove to the rehab place, and it's called Voyages. Finley gets out the car, he starts walking with the guy. He's like, you ready? And she turns around, looks back at Sophie looking at her. And I said, girl, you better get inside right now. What you thinking about and what you looking back for? If this girl had Sophie drive her all the way to rehab and she don't go in that door, I'm going to have a few words for her next season. But I think they playing us. They love a cliffhanger. I don't, but they do. But I think she will go inside and get the help that she needs. Hopefully next season we'll learn more about Finley and why she is the way she is. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about Finley and Sophie down in the comments. And do you think that she's going to rehab or not? And now Shane and Tess, who fired my girl Finley. Shane had Tess do it, but it's okay. She getting the help she needs. And when she get back, don't be begging for her. But anyway, Tess is moving to Vegas because she needs to help take care of her mom. But Shane doesn't want to go. She even tells Shane that she needs to start thinking about hiring somebody to replace her. Shane tells Tess that she's in love with her in this episode. She tells her that when she first met her, she was enchanted by her. I'm going to need to play that back to see if I saw a sparkle in her eye. But yeah, that was all their problems this episode. I thought Shane would go with her, but Tess snuck out on her. Tess was laying in the bed with Shane while Shane was asleep. Tess got a phone call. She was like, I'm going to be right outside. So when Shane wake up, Tess not about to be there. But Vegas isn't even that far from LA. It's about a 3 to 4 hour drive, depending on how you drive. A 45-minute flight. So it's not like she can run and hide. She can't run and hide. So what's going to happen? I don't really care. But y'all let me know your thoughts about them down in the comments. So now we're moving on to Alice and Tom. Alice got mad at Tom because she got one bad review. And it says stay in your lane. And she blames this on Tom because Tom is the one who got her out of her lane. And got her out of her comfort zone. They were supposed to go on a date with some swan boats, but Alice left him hanging because of that. She realized she was tripping and sent him some gummy lobsters. So is that like a gummy bear, but a lobster? So eventually, he did forgive her. And he ends up telling her that she's number 8 on the best sellers list. So it's looking like everyone's not mad at her like she thought. So when Alice and Tom gets on the plane, she finds a ring in one of the pockets. And she's like, oh, we got us a situation now. And they do. Because I think Tom is moving way too fast if he think he about to propose to Alice. He getting a little ahead of himself, but what y'all think? Let me know down in the comments. One of my favorite parts in this episode was when Shane, Bette, and Alice were shopping for a wedding gift for Tina and Carrie. Because they were having some good conversations. Shane was telling Alice that this is your first time putting yourself out there and then you get burned. Just admit that you let your guard down and you got punched in the gut. But Alice wouldn't admit that. She was like, you've been hanging out with Tess too much. Shane lets them know that things with Tess may be over before they even begin. And Alice was like, why? What did you do? And Shane tells them that she has to move to Vegas to help take care of her mom. And Bette tells her that you have to go. A love like that doesn't come around too often. When it does, you have to be willing to do crazy things to keep it. And Shane was like, is that about Pippa or Tina? And Bette was like, Tess. Who y'all think that was about? Pippa or Tina, like Shane said. They even asked her if Tina showed up at your door and said she wanted to give it another try, what would you say? And Bette said, that's flawed premise. So she wouldn't say. So that's when Shane told her, if you have any doubt, now's the time, because Carrie's having cold feet. They was like, how you know about that? And she didn't tell them either. But I was telling Shane to shut up. Shut up, Shane. I don't want that. Stop it. And Bette don't want that either. So Angie had a little bit of happiness in this episode when she met up with her sister Kayla. She let her know that her mom brought the question to the hospital, so she passed them around at the funeral and let the family members answer them. She found out that her donor lost a bet at 13 to where he would have to dress up as Santa Claus every Halloween. Kayla also told her that she wishes that she could have met him and gotten to know him. Angie did have a little breakdown with Jordy earlier that day because she was like, I can't go to the funeral. I'm nothing to him. I'm not his daughter. He doesn't even know me. And Jordy was letting her know that nothing's her fault. And also, Bette gave her this painting that her donor made for her. And Angie tells Bette that she should go to the CAC gala because she wasn't going at first. and told her that she should go because you don't know how much time we have left. You got to make big moves. So she listened to her daughter, and she was on her way out the door until Tina stopped her. So now we have to wait until next season to find out what's really going on. And I'm so sad that the season's over. I had so much fun recapping this. Y'all are the best. I love and appreciate y'all so much. I will be recapping other things as well as more queer and L Word content. So stay tuned. Thank you all so much for the support. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in my next one.